Greetings. This is Innate, not available, or the head administrator of Warlords, Joseph Catlin. Well, I call myself head administrator, but I don't think I count as one because the Ted removed ranks a while ago already. But anyways, today, as you can see, if you clicked in after reading the title, I'm just making a spear tutorial. Yeah, I believe there will be a clip of me playing a spear in the background right now. So what I'm gonna be talking about most likely will be used in that clip, or might not. I don't know. I gotta ask the later me who recorded that clip. So anyways, first, I'll be starting with the basic tips, basic stuff like what Warlord is, etc, and then go on to specifically about the spear. First things first was Warlords. It's basically like Conqueror's Blades. You lead a bunch of NPCs into battle, but there's one thing different about this game. In this game, your character, the general, he isn't really like some kind of epic hero that can kill like 10 dudes in a second. No, he's gonna die pretty easily if you dare walk out of the formation and face a bunch of shinobis, I tell you. Especially if you're Spear. Spear is like one of the most low HP unit in the game. Not as low as Shinobi or some kind of assassin units, but still it's a unit that have low HP, and it's actually hard to use the spear when you're low level and you don't know what to do. All right, let me get onto the spear right now then. So if you watch the clip behind right now, you'll see me doing something. I'm circling the enemy most likely, and I'm not using the spear wall that often. Well, sometimes I'll use the spear wall, but definitely not always. The first advice from me is do not use a spear wall when moving or combat in open field. It just gives you disadvantage as spear. Spear's only advantage is his long range. He doesn't do good damage, he doesn't have good health, so just depend on your long reach range, which means that unit will automatically back up when you're attacking an enemy. The units will back up and only face them with the tip of their spear, which does the most damage. So do not use spear wall, because during spear wall the units will be close to you instead of spreading out and encircling the enemy, which is what spear is good at. So do not use spear wall unless if you're guarding a choke point like a castle wall or something. If not, then just give up on using spear wall. It's only slow you down, give you disadvantage, does nothing good. Now the second tip is same as, well, not really same, but you're I already talked about this. You're low HP, so as a general of the spear, you better stick close to the larger group. If you got a small group encircled by an enemy and they're dying, do not try to save them. It's useless. Stick with the bigger group so you can survive instead of your units just you trying to save your units but dying. That's one of the other tips. So now third one, so try to always circle the enemy, or if the enemy is a camper, like he's a shield and he only stays in one place instead of charging at you, just stand where you are and start stabbing him, slowly damaging his health, his shield health, stuff like that. Just don't go into their sword range. It's kind of stupid of you to do so if you do that. Yeah, try to encircle the enemy. Just watch the clip and you can see me encircling the enemy. How to do that, you might ask? Just let the enemy charge at you and you slowly pull back, and then your units will automatically spread out and encircle them. And then you better move to the group that's largest to avoid being hit that much. Also, spear does pretty low damage, so in long-term combat, they're not good. They're not good for long-term combat. It's better if you do it short and precisely. Just target the general, kill it, and then retreat. Don't bother to about kill counts. Don't bother to kill the troop. It's only gonna make you slower. Also, Spear does have an advantage in speed. They're pretty decently fast, though not as fast as like Shinobi, Cavalry, stuff like that, but they are fast. So use them and use the speed and capture points, stuff like that. And also, Spear is one of the only starter unit that can anti-cav. Halberd can also, but Halberd is mostly armor piercing. It doesn't do anti-cav, so Spear with a tank and with some kind of archer is pretty good. Depends though. You gotta have a good archer friend to do that, because archers are usually the most kind of stupid player in the game if they're not using their unit right. So if you have an archer and enemy have a cavalry, and you're a spear, you better protect that archer. Anyways, about that's all, and I have a few more stuff about the stats and stuff. So first, Spear have low health, decent damage, fast speed, pretty good for skirmishing actually. Even though it doesn't say it's a skirmish unit, it's pretty good for you to run around and start intercepting enemies and stuff. As long as there isn't two. If you see me in my video, I usually fall back if there's like 2 people or more, because Spear, even soloing for a level and 50 player like me, it's gonna be hard soloing. So if you're a level 0 fighting 2 guys, it's not so wise. But if you got a shield in front, then maybe it's pretty decent. Like after my shield bro came up, I'll probably push up, stuff like that. Now, that's basically it. I have one last thing, which is if the enemy have an archer, do not go close to the archer. It's only gonna pierce your, like, just make holes out of your body by stabbing arrows into them like hell. The archer in this game is like machine guns, I tell you. It's not fun when you don't have a shield and you go close to an archer. No matter what you are, hammer, I don't care. Don't go close to a damn archer if you don't have shield. Okay, yeah, that's all. Yeah, goodbye. Have a nice day.